Flosstube. Welcome to Creative Home Studio. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hello. This is a channel about designing cross stitch, punch needle, and art, painting. So welcome, and if you've been with me the whole time, God bless you. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I hope you guys had a great, productive week. It was crazy busy here. As you might know, we started shipping the new releases on Monday. And it was amazing. It was amazing. Shipping, there's something about shipping orders that is very gratifying. I feel like I'm saying hi to each and every one of you that places an order. Does that make sense? You know, I don't know. Typing in the order, processing the order, putting that label on it, and just knowing happiness is being sent through the mail. I don't know what it is. I just love it. So it was a very busy week. I will tell you this, I ran out of the sampler, so not all of the shop orders were sent. We did the best we could. I ordered double of what I had planned on ordering, and I still ran out. So thank you everyone for placing your order for Land That I Love Americana sampler. I have placed another rather large order with the company that does my books, and everything is approved, so I'm gonna guess that they will be shipping that out Monday, which means I should have it by Wednesday. That's all I can say. If your shop hasn't gotten them in yet, please be patient. It is not their fault. It is my fault. If there's fault to be had, it would be mine, but I mean, things happen. I don't know how many orders I'm gonna get, you know what I mean? So anyway, just know that it's coming. It is coming. Please be patient. And don't give your shops any grief because it's my fault. And I'm sure in the meantime you have something else you can work on, right? I know, everyone wants to be the first to get it. I know that's exciting. Speaking of the first to get it, I was super excited to get my Punch Needle Primitive Stitchers magazine. That was shipped out, but I'll have to grab it. Anywho, what else happened this week? That was pretty much in my life. I worked my fingers to the bone because not only shipping the shop orders, but keeping up with my Etsy orders. It was just a shipping kind of week. I really didn't do anything else other than that. At night, of course, I had a couple nights I painted with CW Live and Witch Paint Wednesday, but that doesn't take place till late at night anyway. So, other than that, I had the kids on Thursday, and again, a total blast. I cannot believe it, but you won't believe it either. Ellyn did not even ask Alexa anything. I don't know what it was, but she kind of forgot about it. And then later in the day, I asked Alexa to put something on my shopping list. And when I said, hey, Alexa, or, you know, whatever I said, I thought, oh, I just did it. I figured for sure Ellyn would at that point start saying stuff to Alexa, but she didn't. I was like, what? But it was hot out. It's so hot here today. But it was hot out Thursday too. So the kids got to play in the water. Oh, and I had something that I bought for her birthday, which was way back in May. And I forgot all about it. So we got that out. Everybody got in it but me. Kyle got in it, Ryan got in it, and Kevin got in it. And of course the kids, the babies, the grandbabies got in it. But it's like a spring-loaded one of those things, but it looks like a long caterpillar, and it's basically a tunnel that you crawl through. And they went nuts over it. They loved that thing so much. So that was really fun to watch them playing it, and it was even more fun to watch the adults playing it and kind of get stuck. That's it. That's it for my week, really. Oh, I did get a couple new designs in. One of them I got last week. That's right. But then this week oh, that's right. I got one in last week and I got 2 new designs in this week. One was stitched by Karen Simmons, and she's from Ohio. She did the fractor stitching for me, and it turned out so amazing, and I cannot wait to show it to you. I'm waiting for another sampler to get done and sent to me so that I can send both of those off to get framed. Those will be fall releases. At least the fractor one's going to be a fall release. And then I got another one back from Claire at Claire's Stitching Post. She is adorable. I love her. But she wanted to stitch a piece for me. So she stitched Rise and Shine, and it's a really cool rooster. It is from a painting, a watercolor painting that I painted, oh, I'm going to say like close to 20 years ago. So, but it's still very timely, and it turned out so beautiful. She did an amazing job stitching it, so that was fun. Announcements this week. There is an announcement I can't wait to announce to you. I'm basically a guest designer at one of the shops, but for 2021, but I don't want to announce who it is yet because I want to make sure that it's okay that I announce it. And I didn't ask her that. So she might want to let her people know before I like blurt it out. So I'm going to wait. Okay. I started to say the Summer Punchneedle Primitive Stitchers magazine is out, and I have a design in there called My Country, My Home. I couldn't think of it. Let me grab it real quick. I showed it already on Flosstube when Deb showed the cover image. I was so excited that my design was on the cover. I showed this in that Flosstube. But this is my design, my contribution to the summer issue, and I recorded myself finishing it, and the finishing tutorial, I posted that here on my Flosstube channel last week, so that if you want to finish it the same way, you can do that. I don't think I have the magazine down here. I think it's up at the house, so I'll just insert a picture of the cover so you know what to look for. And if you don't have a subscription, you should go there. I will have a link in the description box below where you can get your subscription. They have punch needle and cross stitch in there. Sometimes there's some wool applique. There's, you know, all kinds of beautiful projects in there. They tell you how to finish it as well as you get the pattern too. And there's a lot of designs in there from amazing designers, and it is for the price of the subscription. It is so worth it. If you do not have a subscription, they do sell it at Joann's. I don't know, you know, if your area carries it, but I know they have it at our Joann's here. So it's exciting. All right, guys, if you are interested in joining me on Tuesday nights to paint, CW Live, the next session, Session 2 starts July 7th. Tuesday, July 7th. That's only a couple weeks away. And once the new session starts, then you can't join that session. So if you know, you'd have to wait until the following session, which I think is in October. So if you want to paint with me this summer on Tuesday nights, please join us. All right, on to questions and answers. Hannah said, when you mention market, what does that mean? Is that a craft market in the States somewhere? I forget that when I say market, you know, not everybody knows what that means, so my bad for doing that. Market I'm referring to is the Nashville Needlework Market. It is a wholesale market only, so if you don't have a shop, you can't go to it. But it's held in it's not actually Nashville, it's outside of Nashville and I want to say Columbia, but that's where my friend lives. I can't think of the name of it. I'll insert it here. Y'all, my mind, my memory, what's going on? Like last week, I know you guys were yelling at your TVs. Pesto, pesto, that's what you're trying to say, pesto. What was the other thing I was trying to think of? And I couldn't think of it. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing when that happens, but it happens to me more often than not. And I don't like to say that I have a bad memory. I would rather say my creative mind is overtaking everything else in my brain. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So, anywho, is it Cool Springs, Tennessee? Anyways, it is held at the Embassy Suites, and it's where all the shops come, all the shops that can come. I mean, some of them can't make it every single year, but they come and they purchase things, patterns, I mean, floss, linen, all the accoutrement that goes with the needlework industry. Everyone's there to purchase things for their store. So that is what I'm referring to when I say market. It is held in March of every year, and it is the biggest boost to my business every single year. It's amazing. And it's so much fun. I love it. I wish it was like a day longer, but only for the vendors to visit one another. You know what I mean? So we can get out of our room and go and visit everyone, because you know, Embassy Suites, you actually set up your booth in your room. So it's like 3 or 4 levels. I want to say it's 4 levels now. Anyways, of just nothing but, like, we take over at least 3 levels of the hotel, and it's like you have a little shop inside your room. It's the coolest thing ever. The Cozy Coneflower, she said, what is CW Live? Can anyone join? Anybody can join CW Live. You do not have to have experience as an artist. I give you the PDF download, so you download that, and I tell you how much you have to enlarge it. I give you the percentage to enlarge it to fit whatever thing we are painting on, okay? And then I start from beginning to end, and I show you exactly how to paint it. You are welcome to paint along with me during the live video, or some people just watch me paint that night and ask questions, because we're live, you can ask questions, and then they'll rewatch the replay and then paint their own. That way they can pause it and, you know, do what they want to do. And so you can do it either way you want. The lesson stays on there for a year. So like if you join session 2, you're still gonna be able to see everything we painted in session 1. So, and then we'll have, you know, of course, new things for session 2. And I will have a link in the description box below so that you can click that link, and I have a little video that I talk about it, and then, you know, all the details about it is there. Okay, Hannah asked, oh, she also asked, what is CW Live? Okay, String Theory, are you going to do a needle minder for Land That I Love? I am, absolutely. I just haven't had time because of the release. I've just been swamped, you know, not only packing orders, but we have to, you know, stuff the patterns and stuff too. So I do plan on it. The interesting part is, what am I going to pull out of that sampler to actually have the needle minder made? I don't know. There's so many cool little motifs in there. I don't know. Stitchin' Amy, she says, does the quote or phrase... Okay, so she's talking about my art. Does the quote or phrase inspire what you paint, or vice versa? I usually start with the sketch and then put the quote or scripture or whatever in it. However, it does work the other way sometimes as well, but more often than not, I think of something to put with the sketch. Ginny Evans, she said, any idea when Psalm 91:11 will be available? That's the guardian angel. It's gonna look best if it's stitched on like a chalkboard color linen or fabric, and then it's all done in whites and creams and grays and browns, and it's so beautiful. I showed it on here a while back. It was part of my design mania. I haven't even sent it out to be stitched because, again, I have been so busy. But once I get caught up on all of my shop orders, the Etsy shop, everything is caught up there now pretty much, except for what I'm getting over this weekend. But then I can get back into, I need to pull floss and get things sent out to my stitchers. My stitchers keep texting me. They're like, oh, I'm sitting over here ready whenever you want to send me something. So I'm just a little bit behind on that, but I will be doing that next week. Fran said, is Create Tube for all kinds of creative folks and not just cross stitch? she went to YouTube and she put in CreateTube and she said, I only see your videos. It's a new thing that I'm just trying to get started in the art, not just the art world, but the makers world. Something that, you know, Flosstube is mostly cross stitch, but it's also, I want to just kind of categorize it as needle arts. Everything to do kind of with needle and thread and fabric. So for CreateTube, I'm trying to get that whole thing started. Somebody started Flosstube, right? You know, and it finally took off, and now it's a huge thing and it's amazing. I'm hoping that happens in the makers world on YouTube as well. So anyone that makes things that is not fabric, floss, thread related, sewing, you know what I'm saying? Stitching and sewing and punch needle and all that. So over here we got Flosstube. I'm hoping over here we have CreateTube, where people that do sculpting, make jewelry, watercolor, acrylic painting. What did she say she does? Quill. Oh no. I don't know. I thought she wrote down something that she does, so she was interested in starting a CreateTube. But like paper crafting, just any kind of creative thing, I'm hoping that it catches on. I need to kind of reach out to some artists that have YouTube channels and just maybe message them and say, hey, what do you think about doing this? You know, you can check out mine, and, you know, can check out some other like Flosstubes, just so that they kind of get an idea of what it's all about. And maybe it will catch on. If it caught on in the, you know, makers world, it'd be awesome. I would be super happy about that. Okay, Patty said, how does the magnet stay while stitching with the needle? So you have here's your fabric. Underneath is the magnet. On top of it is, okay, one second. Let's start over. So we have our fabric. Underneath is the magnet, and on top would be, let's just talk about the Newcastle moth. So the moth needle minder is on the top. So the magnet is holding it from the back of the fabric, because the moth, my needle minders are metal. So, and the magnet is strong enough that it magnetizes that moth, so your needle, which is super light, it will stick to the moth. So it holds your needle in place when you're, you know, maybe you have to set your needle down because you're gonna go cook dinner, whatever. You don't wanna lose your needle. That's what that's what that's for. So, you know, and some people don't like to use needle minders, so they'd be really cute, just magnets on the fridge, or, you know, some people just like to collect them too. So anyways, that's how that works. Susan, she's talking about punch needles. She said, when you keep removing the floss and it leaves too big of holes, how do you stitch over it? She said, because her stitches would not stay in. And she was referring to when I talked about this, and I think it was in my tutorial of how to do the finishing. I was saying that I struggled with the border because I didn't like how you know, the colors I chose, so I ripped it out and then I put something else and I ripped that out. Now I would not rip something out more than twice and try to punch through it, because you could end up putting a hole in your weaver's cloth and you'd be done. What you can do is, when you pull out your thread, you can even just use your fingernail. Mine are so short. My fingernails, by the way, are still a mess from having those gel nails or whatever that was on. So you can just use your nail and you just kind of go over the threads on the weaver's cloth, and you can get rid of those holes, or use, you know, something that's kind of pointy but not sharp. You don't want to, you know, cut your fabric, but just go over it with something and close up those holes. Another thing you can do is do it like if you were working on the border and you didn't like it and you pulled it out, well, work on somewhere else in the border, and then as you punch your design, those holes will get smaller because it's getting tighter and tighter. Does that make sense? So if you're worried about, if you're having trouble with your floss staying in there after pulling it out, work somewhere else. Or if you're worried that you're going to put a hole in it, like tear the weaver's cloth, then, you know, just work somewhere else and just come back to it, okay? I've never torn my fabric, never. If you tear your fabric, then you have an issue with your needle. That has to be it. There could be a slub, is that what they're called, on your needle, where maybe it's catching it and it could tear your fabric. If your needle's not going in and out of the weaver's cloth like butter, then you have an issue with your needle, okay? If you've dropped it, it could, you know, be bent a little bit, and just the slightest bend in your needle can make it stick, you know, as you're trying to go through the fabric. So I hope that helps. Sadie Lady Du Bois, she said, do you sell punch needle threaders in your Etsy shop? I do. I sell it for the Ultra Punch as well as the CTR. Any progress on the punch needle book? I had one of my shops ask me that. No. I know. I said I would have it done by the end of June. I believe I'll have the punch needle book like designed by the end of June, and then I'm going to have to send it to get printed. My printer, however, is super fast. So, I mean, it's possible I could have it by the end of June, but it's what I'm going to do is once I get caught up on all my shop orders from the new release, I will be just taking one day and just finish it and get it ordered. So it's still coming, guys. It really is. Okay, whips. I have 2 whips. So you guys, on What You Paint Wednesday, I've been working on this. I got quite a bit done. I'm super excited about the fact that I think I will have it all done this coming Wednesday. I've put a lot more detail in the little girls down at the bottom, their dresses. And I painted, you know, a lot more of the black. And then I did a lot of shading and stuff on the birds up at the top. I finally put eyes on all the angels. So, and then our last project for CW Live is the Santa. I let everybody choose. I showed them 6 sketches and I let everyone vote on which Santa they wanted to paint. And this is our Santa. We have quite a bit left to do. I love the detail in his beard. His eyebrows need some trimming and a little bit of shadowing, and the tree that he's holding, I have a ton to do on that yet, but we got a nice start and I think he's so cute. His little face, I showed him on Instagram. His little face is so cute and jolly. So that's our last project for CW Live. And then we'll have a week off and then we'll start the session 2. Those are my whips. And then I don't have any finishes and I don't have any fully finishes, but I do have previous finishes. Remember, I had this big box and it was full of, it's all punch needle again today. So let's go through those now. A lot of what you're going to see is punch needle that has been released fairly recently. These are newer ones. Some are new, some are older. Oh my God, I have a ton in here. I might actually have to do the rest of it next week because there's a ton. Okay, so I released these in Nashville this past March. So this is Tilly Goat. I absolutely love her. And I know the question is going to come up, so I'm just going to answer it right now. Yes, I have this charted for cross stitch, and I just have to pull the floss and send it out. I already have somebody that asked if they could stitch both of these. So this is Wilbur, and she's going to stitch both Wilbur and Tilly for me, so I'm super excited about that. And then we have Lumina Dreams. This was released, I want to say, I don't really know, I want to say in the fall of 2019, or maybe it was summer 2019. And this is one that I would like to do this in Punchneedle. I had a couple of people ask about it when it was released in Punchneedle. I mean cross stitch. Did I say that wrong? Oh my gosh. I would like to release this in cross stitch. And then we have, this one is Santa's Helper. This is an oldie but goodie, PN082. This is available as well in cross stitch. The finishing on this, I love it. It's a little candle box that I bought at some cool little primitive shop, and it's like a mustard color. And then I took these Scrabble. They look like Scrabble, but they're actually for scrapbooking. And I just spelled out Christmas with it. Cute little finish. This one, I love this one, but it does not sell well for me. I don't understand why. I absolutely love it. It's just funky. Funky little bunnies. But how I finished it, I think, is super fun. It's a little kid's dustpan. You know, teach them young, right? This one is Bunny Love. The first time I punched this, it was done in all pinks and creams, and it was very Valentine looking. I love this more primitive color. I changed it to this, and then it took off. Really started to sell. I recently charted this in Design Mania this past May, and it's designated to one of our wonderful shops. I can't remember which one, but it's available in cross stitch if you go to my Etsy shop. And you can help support a brick and mortar LNS. This is Let It Snow. This is available in cross stitch as well. This is PN085, Let It Snow. I love this box that it's in. This is something that one of my best buddies, her nephew, made a bunch of these, and I used that caramel color. Look how grungy that caramel color paint is on this thing. I love it so much. And then we have PN086. Sunflower, no, is it Sunflower House? I think it's called Sunflower House. And it's on that same kind of thing. I just painted it mustard. And it's actually got, you know, a rounded edge up there at the top. This was a huge design for me with Park Designs. They did a bathroom set, which actually I have the bathroom set in one of my bathrooms. And then they did a kitchen set as well. And of course the chair pads and the rugs and the runner, all that hooked rug stuff. Oh my lands, how many more do I have? All right, I'm going to show a couple more and then I'm going to do the rest next week. All right, so the last two this week. Star-shaped snowman. As you know, this is definitely available in cross stitch, and the wonderful Vanna Pfeiffer shows how to finish the cross stitch star shaped snowman in the Punchneedle Primitive Stitchers magazine from last Christmas. So Christmas issue 2019. But this finish is, this is piece of wood. I bought that at Joann. They still offer that, and it was the perfect size to fit. I designed it around this star. Let's just put it that way, because I wanted to have something star-shaped to fit it on. So he is PN149, and if you like it in cross-stitch, it's XS149. Both available in my Etsy shop. And then the last one for today is on a cool orange book. And this is called Whimsy Ghouls. This was released... Ooh, I want to... Oh, no. I think this was in Punchneedle Primitive Stitchers magazine one year. It must have been 2018 maybe, or 2019. No, it could have been 2019 because I released it. I don't know, but it was in one of them. And I used some chenille around the edge of this one. And then I took this cute little scrapbooking thing and I just wrote Whimsy Ghouls on there and attached it right onto the punch needle. And it's on a cool old book and it's the perfect color for it. That's it, guys. That's it for this week. I will finish out this box next week with punch needle, and then probably the following week will be cross stitch. So I do have a haul, but I'm not going to show it to you because it's all art stuff. I got all of the new things that I need for session 2, the cradle boards and stuff that we need. I bought new paints and new paint markers and all that jazz, and I'm not going to bore you with that because unless you're into CW Live, you're not going to care. What do we have next? New in that Etsy shop. Thank you all for your support of my Etsy shop and supporting Ryan selling the Blossom Bucket figurines and some Park Designs things. So anyway, Ryan has a few things that he wanted me to show here, so let me grab those. Okay, some new things that Ryan put in the Etsy shop. This one is called Christmas Angel. This is from Blossom Bucket, and she's very, very pretty. She's holding a little feather tree. Isn't she adorable? Super cute. And then we have wooden angel plaque. I love this. This angel was one of my first angels that I painted. This is also made by Blossom Bucket, and it has this little stand on it, so it can stand like a shelf setter. Sitter. Anyways, isn't it cool? I love it. So that's that, and it also has a hanger, so you can hang it on the wall. Then we have snowman with green hat or something like that. So this kind of helps you to see the size of them. You know, my hand is, isn't he cute? I love him. He came from one of my watercolor paintings. This is snowman with birds. This also came from one of my watercolor paintings. It's got a little bird nest on his head. And some birds in his pocket. And he's holding some holly berry or something. And last but not least, I'm in love with this cow. And I told him, I said, wait a minute. I don't have this cow. I have a bunch of the farm animals on display here in my studio. And it's called First Place Cow. Look at it. He's got a little first place ribbon on him. He's so adorable. And he's little. He's so cute. So Ryan wanted me to tell you there's more farm animals coming, like a pig and chickens and all of that. So I know farm is huge right now. So just wanted to let you know. Hey guys, I forgot to mention, when you go to my Etsy shop, if you want to see all the things that Ryan has on there for sale, Blossom Bucket, he's putting on some really cute Park Design stuff. I was over there looking and I'm like, it's stuff I haven't even seen. Now that's pretty bad. But anyway, I was like, I want that. It's a sugar and creamer, and the Christmas tree is for the sugar. It's to die for. But when you go to my Etsy shop, in the search box on the left-hand column at the top, it says search. If you type in, well, you can type in, like if you're just looking for Blossom Bucket, you could type that in. If you're just looking for Park Designs, you could type in Park. But anyways, it lists all the different categories that I have products in. So look under licensed products. That's going to be everything that Ryan is posting. So happy shopping. We're on to giveaway. So last week, the giveaway, you had to say music in the comments, and I loved reading all the comments. Everyone likes, there's such a nice variety of music everyone likes. But we're all pretty much the same as far as not liking rap and opera. But you had to say music, and the winner will receive the moth, the Newcastle moth needle minder. So I will insert the YouTube random comment picker here. All right, let's see who wins this week. You had to comment and use the word music. This week's winner is Christine Southard. She said, thank you for your video. So much I enjoyed about this one. Meeting Ryan was awesome. Love looking at all your stuff. I really like your idea about CreateTube. I do paper quilling and that would interest me. I have pre-ordered your patriotic sampler, can't wait to get it. I also ordered the Newcastle bouquet from tomorrow's Heirlooms, my LNS, a month ago. Can't wait for that to come in. My favorite music is rock on the harder side. So Zeppelin, Linkin Park, Metallica, Mudvayne, I don't know who that is. Slipknot. I love classic rock, but my absolute fave is 90s grunge. Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Stone STP, Nirvana. Oh yeah, take care and a happy creating. That was a mouthful. So thank you, Christine, and congratulations, and thanks everyone for participating. Congratulations, Christine. If you can please email me right here, teresakogut3@gmail.com. I can get your needle minder out to you ASAP. Now this week's prize is going to be the sampler, the new sampler land that I love. I don't even have it here to show you because we sold them all, but trust me, I showed the book last week. So let's see what this week is. I need my glasses for this. Spread love everywhere you go. Mother Teresa quote. Okay, on the back it says, live with courage and share your light with others. I love that. This was another original painting I sold. I was kind of sad after I shipped it. I was like, oh, I really love that one. All right, so your word this week is going to be, how about courage? You have to say courage to be entered into the drawing for the new sampler, okay? Courage. I love that. Live with courage and share your light with others. All right, so last but not least is our Chinese fortune teller, and I neglected to pick one, so let me go back to our comments and look. While I'm waiting for the spinning wheel of death to stop on my phone, I just want to throw a couple things out there. One is, please be patient with when you order. Not only with me, but from your shops, when you order from anywhere. If you are ordering something small and it is shipped first class mail, there's no tracking on it, okay? So if you order from me one pattern, it will go into an envelope, you know, it only weighs 2-3 ounces, and it takes a long time to get to you. If you want to pay extra and get it quicker, you'll have to pay priority mail, which is like $7. So please be patient. I know the post offices, they're doing the best they can. They're still short-staffed. I spend a lot of my time during the day fielding questions from people that say my order, because on Etsy, it will give you an estimated time that you should receive your order. So let's say, oh, when I ship your order, I mark it as shipped and it says what day it's shipped, and it will give you an estimated delivery. They've been wrong because they're not taking into account what is going on with COVID. Everything is slower. So please be patient. If you order any of my t-shirts, the Create Everyday t-shirt, they're really backed up. It can take 3 to 4 weeks to get that. Please know that ahead of time. I do not ever even touch those shirts. When you place an order for one of those shirts, it goes to the print company that does my shirts for me. And when they get your order, it's a one-off. They don't have them in stock. They print just that one shirt exclusively for you, and then they directly ship it to you. I never even, touch the shirt. You know what I'm saying? So it's a third party, and they, they're just far behind. I finally put that on my Etsy shop, letting people know. I should have done that earlier, so I apologize. But the other thing I just want to touch base on real quick, I've had some questions about how did you pick which stores was going to get money from the PDF downloads in your Etsy shop. It was by luck of the draw. I put all of my current customers names into a hat. They had to be a brick and mortar, and they had to have ordered from me within the past, 6 months, 9 months, something like that. I put all their names in a basket, and when I designed something, I drew the name out, and that design got paired with that shop. That's how that worked. I know every single shop, not just brick and mortar, but even online shops. I know it's been difficult for everybody. This whole COVID thing just knocked us right off our feet. I know it's been difficult. I wish I could help every single one of you. I don't have it in me. I don't have enough time to continue doing that. Like I mentioned last week, I may, do one a month and pair it with a shop and then give them 6 months worth of the proceeds. That's something that I plan on doing, but I can't keep doing how many I was doing before. It was overwhelming for me to do that. So I'm sorry if your shop didn't get pulled. Please know that I didn't do any favoritism for anybody, and it was, like I said, the luck of the draw, and maybe, maybe you'll get drawn for another one. Now, the ones I designed for Design Mania, they are going to get the proceeds from May through December. But if I'm just doing like one a week or one every couple, whenever I can, I will do it. And I will pair it with a shop. I will pair it for 6 months. So if I draw your name in November, okay, then you're gonna go through April 2020. You're gonna get 6 months worth of the proceeds. So I do, like I said, I plan on continuing it, just not at the pace that I was. And I wish I could do it for everybody. I wish I could do it for even the online shops, but I have a ton of customers, guys. There's no way I can pull that off. So, and I'm sorry. I don't want anyone's feelings to get hurt if their shop wasn't chosen. Like I said, that's why I did it as a drawing, because I didn't want people's feelings to get hurt. Okay. Well, I guess we're not going to be doing the Chinese fortune teller, because I keep getting this that says tap to retry. I don't know what's going on. I only have 2 bars. I pay a ton of money for Verizon, but I only have 2 bars. And my Wi-Fi has been horrible all day today, so I can't use that either. So we're going to skip the Chinese fortune teller this week, sorry. But I want to give a big shout out to all fathers. Thank you so much for what you do. I miss my daddy. I miss my daddy. It's almost 6 years now that he's been gone, and I think of him every day, and I miss him terribly. So if you still have your dad with you, spend as much time with him as you can. And to all the daddies out there, we're having the kids over tomorrow. It's supposed to rain, so I'm making lasagna today, and that way tomorrow I can just throw it in the oven and keep life simple. But we would love to grill out, but it looks like it's going to be kind of cruddy as far as weather goes. So anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Get lots of stitching and creative projects done. Enjoy your Father's Day, and don't forget, create every day. Bye now.